My tie-dyes, it's me, Tyler, and I'm back for another video. How y'all doing today? Y'all, I am scared shitless. Like, I am so fucking scared to do this video, but it has been on my heart for so long to do a video like this because I feel like it really can help somebody or a lot of people or some young girls or something. Okay, so I know y'all seen the title and I'm just gonna get right into it. This is a story about when I first lost my virginity. And yes, you read the title right. I was 10 years old. All right, so I guess I'll just start from the beginning. I was 10 years old. I was going to visit my dad. I have a million sisters on my dad's side. I was hanging out with one of my sisters at my dad's house. He was at work. And my sister is, I think, maybe around 3 years older than me. So she was maybe like 13 at the time. And I was trying to impress her, trying to be grown, you know, talking to her about boys and stuff like that, talking about boys that I liked and which my sister wasn't trying to egg me on or anything. I want to get that clear from the beginning of the story because the way the situation unfolded, a lot of people would probably be looking at her like, oh my God, why would you let your little sister do this or that? But I was giving my sister the impression that I was already acting grown and already being fast or whatever. Because my sister didn't live with me on a day-to-day basis. She only saw me in the summertime or, you know, sometimes. She only saw me sometimes. We didn't have the same mom, of course. So I'm trying to impress my sister, having her think that I'm all grown and this and the third. So we chatting about boys and this and that, and she tell me that her cousin liked me or whatever. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, call him, tell him I like him back, this, that, and the third. So this went on for, I think, maybe like 2 days or something like that. And my sister was like, oh, well, my cousin said he gonna want to have sex. Me being 10 years old, I had no idea what sex was. I was molested before when I was younger. So in my mind, I thought that sex kind of had something to do with that. Like, when I was abused when I was younger, we didn't have intercourse. It was just touching or whatever. I felt uncomfortable, but I was like, okay, if this boy like me, I can endure that for a little while. You know, that's what I was thinking in my 10-year-old brain or whatever. So my sister like, he want to have sex, this, and the third. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever, I'm down with it. Like a little idiot, but I was young, so I have to always remind myself of that and forgive myself for that I was young and dumb. But anyway, he ended up coming over to my dad's house and we did it. I really didn't know what the hell was going on. I just kind of let him, you know, I guess do his business. But in my mind, I was like, okay, he gonna like me now. It's okay. I didn't really know how big of a deal it was. Me and my mom hadn't had the sex talk yet because at this point I'm super young. She thinking I'm still playing with dolls, which I was. Well, not really playing with dolls, but I was still super young in the mind. But I was just trying to be grown and just like my sister's cousin, he wasn't my cousin. It wasn't incest, but he's my sister's cousin. He, in his mind, even though I was super young, in his mind, he assumed I was fast too. So the two parties that had something to do with it, I never placed blame on them because I was giving them a certain type of impression. So he knew I had never had sex before, but in his mind, he thought I wanted to. And I definitely didn't say no, but it wasn't something that I enjoyed or something that I made a conscious, sound decision about. And the moment that I knew it was a mess, my sister, I think she either called my other sister or my cousin or something. And she was like, girl, Tyler lost her virginity before me. She fast, I mean, she's 13 at this time. So she calling one of my other family members. And at that moment, that's when I knew I had really fucked up. Like, I knew that whatever I did, whatever me and this guy just did, it was not cool. it wasn't supposed to happen, and I'm probably scarred for fucking life, because my sister was looking like, because I don't think she had even lost her virginity yet, so she was stunned. And the reason that I wanted to give y'all this tea and tell y'all this truth, my truth about what happened, is because I am praying that I can break through to somebody, because this one event in my life caused so much, like so many different series of events, and caused so much different heartache in my life that I did not know was gonna happen. So from that point, I felt like, dang, the only way a dude will end up liking me is if I let him do that to me or whatever, if I have sex with him or whatever. So in my mind, I'm like, dang, okay. So I didn't do it for a little while after that, but maybe 2 or 3 years after that, I was having sex with boys still, feeling like, that's the only way I'm gonna get the type of attention that I want, feeling like I wasn't worth anything more than that. I felt like, I was the girl that all the guys wanted, so that's what I had to do. Like, it was my duty to entertain niggas at that point. And it was because I accepted that and had sex at such a young age that my mind kind of was warped. Like, I was too young to be dealing with shit like that. So I don't know. It caused promiscuity. It did, because me not even knowing anything about sex, me not having any context of sex, that was it. I want attention. I want him to like me. Not to mention, I already had certain stuff going on at home, in my home situation. I want attention from this guy, so I'm gonna do it. That was my thought process. And eventually my dad ended up finding out that I was having sex through like this letter or something that I wrote to this other guy. And my mom and my dad exploded. Like, they were so livid about the whole situation. They were pissed, like, as they should have been. And one thing that I regret so bad, because one thing about my mother, because she's like the main person who raised me. I just spent time with my dad from time to time, but my mama really, really raised me. And one thing that I regret so bad is which I wasn't that good at articulating when I was 10 years old or 11, 12, 13. I wasn't that good with articulating like I am now. But I wish I was. I wish I was able to talk to my mom and tell her what was going on. Because all she knew at this time is I'm fast as hell. I'm having sex. I'm talking to niggas. I'm fucking off. Da-da-da. She like, why are you out here being a little hoe? This, that, and the third, She a regular black mom. That's all how she knew how to handle it. Like, what the hell are you doing? You freaking out. You know what I'm saying? So I wish I have been able to tell my mom that, Mom, I really didn't know what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I really was trying to impress my sister. I was trying to impress a boy. I didn't even know what sex was. Literally, I did not know what sex was the first time I had sex. I was just acting like I knew what the fuck was going on. I didn't. And I wish I could have conveyed that to my mom. And I wish I also could have conveyed to her that by the time I first had sex, it kind of messed up my mind about what sex was like. And I also felt like because my mom was so upset, and the way I got responses when people found out that I was having sex, like, I assumed that at that point you tainted, you dirty, you ain't no good no more. And that shit stayed with me for so freaking long. I'm talking about well into adulthood. Like, I felt like from that moment when I was 10 years old, when I let, that guy have sex with me, I felt like I was not as good as the next girl or as good as the next woman. Like, even my best friends, they all lost their virginity at a normal age, and we've been best friends for years. So I had already lost my virginity. When they lost their virginity, I always felt like they were better, like they deserved a better type of guy. They were going to get a better type of guy in life because of, I'm already tainted, I'm already a hoe, this, that, and the third. And now that I'm speaking about this and I'm talking about it, I do want to say that the main reason that I'm telling this story is because if you young and you already lost your virginity, or you lost your virginity at a young age, you are still worth it. You still have all the worth that you had before your virginity. Aside from your parents being disappointed, you being disappointed at yourself, or what some guy may think, you are still valuable. You don't have to even have sex again. You don't have to talk to no guys again. Even if you had sex more than once, even if you've been having sex or whatever, and these people think this about you, you do not have to continue to do that. Because that's one thing I did feel at the point in time when I had already became fast and other people around me knew that I was fast or whatever. I was talking to niggas and fucking or whatever. I thought that that was my fate. Like, I thought that I had like some type of scarlet letter on my chest. Like, oh, you got to talk to these niggas now. You got to do this. You don't got to do nothing. Okay? You can still have the same self-worth. I don't care if you was selling your cat or whatever the case may be. It's your life, your body, and you are still valuable as a human being, as a woman. You are still valuable. I know that it's hard. It's very, very hard to speak to like your parents or friends, especially if they're not having sex too. It's hard to speak to somebody about the situation, how you feel, how to unpack them type of emotions. But even if you run across this video and you want to take advice from me, that's what I'll give you. Like, you still worth it. Even if your mama beat you, if you so, you know, your mom is so disappointed and so upset, and your dad, you know, at the end of the day, you're going to have to grow up and be an adult. And aside from getting in trouble, you're going to have to be able to have your own self-esteem. Nobody can hand you self-esteem. No man can hand you self-esteem. Your parents can't make your self-esteem go up. It's only you. How you feel about yourself is the most important. And that's the most important thing to me. I'm not your mammy. I'm not your daddy. I'm not your friend. Well, I am your friend or whatever, but I don't care as far as like your reputation is concerned. I want you to care about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you a teenager and you young and you having sex, people gonna have their opinion, especially your parents and stuff like that. I have daughters of my own, and I'm just praying about the whole situation, because I told you what I went through as a kid, and I'm just praying about the whole situation as far as my daughters. I hope they never ever have to go through anything like that I imposed upon myself as a kid, and I didn't even unpack it with my mother like I should have, because my mom would have helped me. I know that if I told my mom the truth and break down exactly what happened, I don't think that my mom would have been as mad. I don't think that the cycle would have continued, and I would have ended up going to boarding school and all type of shit and going through all this shit that I went through. Like, if I had to just been more communicative with my mom. Like, she just was upset. She just thought that I was just doing this on my own accord. I wanted, which I did in a way, but it was out of low self-esteem. Like, I did what I did. I wanted to talk to dudes. I wanted to be in their face, sneak off, be with niggas, but it was because my self-esteem was so low because I made that stupid decision when I was younger. And I just want to let y'all know, please don't beat yourself up. If you ended up making a mistake and having sex at a young age, please do not carry that with you forever like I did. And I have met some amazing guys in my life. Not saying that if I didn't meet no amazing guys in my life that I would, you know, not have this self-esteem, because I will, because I've also met some fucked up dudes, and I still have been able to break through and feel good about myself and feel good as a woman. But I can just remember, like, my high school sweethearts, like, they all kind of knew that I was a little fast. Like, I broke down my past to them or whatever, and they all just still kind of really just loved me past that. We broke up for different reasons. Like, if you meet real niggas, well, I don't know, maybe you're not black or whatever, don't say the N-word, but if you meet a real stand-up dude, he not really gonna care about your past. He knows that you are a spirit, you are a soul, you are someone that's worth it. Like, he knows that this body, you know, it is your temple, and it is important that you take care of yourself and your health, and you be very selective who you let in your body. But if you with the right guys, if you with some real dudes, they not gonna care. You know what I'm saying? As far as like you having had sex before and all of that. Like when I was in high school, at that point, I wasn't promiscuous anymore because I was in real relationships. But in middle school and stuff, I was talking to all type of niggas or whatever. But in high school, I wasn't like that. I had serious relationships, and they knew what was going on. They knew my past or whatever, and they still was like, you know, I love you past that or whatever. And I'm married now, and he know my situation. He know everything about me, everything about my life. I am in a very working relationship. As far as that, like, he understands that I'm a human being, just like he was a human being, and he made mistakes. He know. And I'm saying that to say you don't have to settle for no bum ass dude. You don't have to settle for no dude that don't, you know, respect you as a woman just because you had sex earlier than the average woman or something like that. My biggest thing for doing this video is to make sure that young girls and young women continue to keep their self-worth, even if a situation like that happened. I know it's a lot of videos where I'm telling some very candid information, very personal things about my life, but I just feel like if I had me to talk to me when I was younger, I wouldn't have made so many mistakes, and I would have thought better of myself, you know, at that young age. If I had somebody to explain it to me, or even if I had to explain how I was feeling to somebody. But at the end of the day, y'all, that's what happened. I lost my virginity at 10 years old. It was very traumatic for me, but I just want to make sure it's not as traumatic for somebody else. If you did lose your virginity at an early age and you decided to, or you know, it was taken from you, it doesn't really matter. I just want to make sure that you keep your sanity and keep your self-worth and know that you are important and you are loved and you are worthy. Y'all excuse that noise. They cutting the grass outside of my window. I'm sorry. But, you know, if y'all like this video, or if you want to comment, or if you want to call me a fucking hoe, you know, you can do that. It doesn't really matter. Everything that you probably thinking about me right now, I have thought it about myself 50 times. So I really don't give a fuck. Like, if I'm being honest, y'all can say what y'all gonna say or whatever, because I have been through, you know, I have been through the motions. I have slung that snot and broke down and cried, and I got the damn t-shirt for feeling worthless. So if you want to talk about me, I don't give a fuck, okay? You can. So comment below. But hopefully I touched somebody, and hopefully I bought somebody out of a place where they feel like they're not worth nothing, or whatever the case may be. And I just want to let you guys know that I'm here for you guys. My inbox is open. My comments is open. And I love you guys. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you.